What you keep in your resting space could be undermining your funds and keeping thriving from entering your house. In this video, we will uncover 9 things you ought to quickly remove from your room to account for overflow and abstain from drawing in destitution and ruin. Have you at any point stopped to believe that a few apparently harmless items in your room may be obstructing the progression of good energy in your life? Correct. A drawing in good things into your own and competent life depends on you keeping the energy in your room ideal and pleasant. This will help your space to become a real magnet for flourishing, where each day you that achievement arrive are invested. How little changes within your current circumstance can have an enormous effect in your life. Video, you will figure out how little these 9 things, which you most don't think could the potential open doors, could be hindering. Most deadly one thing. Figure out through this video all Nagas alignment doors you want, but don't stress. Instead, we will direct you bit by bit so you can eliminate these pessimistic impacts and permit good energy to stream uninhibitedly, bringing more achievement, wellness, and overflow into your life. Before we start, remember this and buy into the feed so you won't miss any joyful like this. And clearly we need to hear from you. Remark underneath with one of the accompanying good confirmations to draw in beneficial things right now. I am an energy magnet. My room is a success refuge. How about working together to create an environment supporting your growth? Although we spend an amazing portion of our lives in this environment, we're resting, or essentially searching for images of harmony, many people do not realize that the room directly influences our emotional wellness and, shockingly, our financial life. Coordinating and killing particular objects from the room can help to open a pattern of overflow by helping the energy to become caught forestalling the normal flow of success. There are certainly valid magnets for negative energy in past stale form based on many customs and deep practices. These objects could seem harmless from the start, but their impact on the air of your room and hence on your life can be devastating without realizing it. These objects gather terrible energies which show up as financial difficulties, perception of life, lack of opportunities, and even problems in connections. And knowing the relevance of keeping energy liquid and in your rooms, it's the most fun port muminum to precision didn't forward be Mars in running of this space. It spends you are setting up the ground for flourishing to stream normally into your life. Currently, we should find items you ought to eliminate from your room to guarantee find that riches and prosperity, rich and consistent, and prosperity, which you are dynamic and consistently present in your excursion. Express the room where we spend valuable hours should be a genuine, safe haven of harmony and overflow. The primary item dragging destitution and ruin into your life is worn clothing and shoes. You never again use clothes and shoes you haven't worn in months or years. These are significant miscreants in terms of keeping the reviving these things not only OP of the past keep into your room, but also hold doors from you clutch these items entering gripping to an old variant yourself, obstructing the way to the new and bountiful, the clothing never again worn. Could easy and money to routine in your routine. To me your routine if you could easily relate a bit of your life when you bountiful grouping of clothing, your money and personal goals. Currently consider carefully how often you have opened the wardrobe and discovered items you did not really remember existed. This amassing creates a shortage vibration by keeping clothes and shoes you never use, so impacting the universe you are not open to accessing. This helps one to connect with the past. The space these clothes occupy is exactly the one you could use to attract fresh ideas both practically and financially to create room for developing now. Time to give a thorough closet clean. Up the actual space you free is an immediate impression of the psychological space. You set out for new open doors, the energy starts to flow all the more unreservedly and overflow at last. By giving up these clothes and shoes, you will not consider it an actual demonstration of disposal of old things. Its direction intake a stab at eliminating all that no longer serves you, and see how your monetary life starts to further develop. This isn't association, it's change. Yet another important blocker of success in your room is either broken or unused hardware. Many of us have broken or obsolete gadgets in the room. Did you know they are a source of stale, negative energy? Especially in the event of damage, or as right now not being used to stop your room for stop the energy, stop the influence stream, montalent you ordinance to stand establishment, this life tab, page 3, numeratori, so I think careful on tells or where ready if you've put you in drawers, or as through keeping of space, through space in number life for similar circumstances, this indirectly reflect in your funds, but things don't appear to flow as they ought to eliminate broken or unused hardware resembles open doors opening in a gateway, open doors, opening worlds by easel, disposal of the open view and doors, disposal of the room doors by these items you permit the room to recover its essential capability. When the space is as one, your life lines up with that energy drawing in a position of rest, mending, and restoration. The impact of removing these invisible obstacles is not less than that of monetary open doors and a feeling of overflow. One of the most damaging things you could do for your flourishing is compiling past reports and papers. One of the best energy blockers available. They address mental and actual mess, and when left unattended, they start to draw in a vibration of disorder, straightforwardly pondering your funds and open doors. Have you seen the number of papers, old bills, and archives that collect in the room? These things, when mixed up or put away without design. The overabundance of climate papers, a climate state, with packed at the right space time, you things, survivings, bantakan, from newer template to lighter significate is among a heap of disrupt art last orders simply influence a state and your capacity to draw when you keep old and useless records in the room you're brailleable to in the past instead of being a vein, wrapped into rain different being your brain stays. Try to keep all you at it this steply and useless instead of additional opportunities. A thriving actual disarray creates mental chaos, which can bring about a deficiency of concentration. Organize your documents, discard what is no longer useful, and set up what should be kept to see your financial life starting to show clarity. Once caught in old and meaningless objects, the energy will start to flow all the more freely under control for new development and overflow accessible doors. Don't misjudge the impact that basically organizing your papers can have on your life. A major trap for success is harmed or broken down old furniture. Changing or fixing this furniture is a great way to rejuvenate in the room. Not only will the actual space be changed, but also your attitude regarding overflow, and truly concentrate on what you own. Little changes like replacing broken down furniture. While counterfeit plants solve a misguided sense of development without real essentialness, dead plants reflect botched open doors and deserted projects. If at all possible, replace these plants with living sound ones. Otherwise, if you lack the time or knowledge to truly concentrate on plant selection, to leave the space void, non-appearance is better than the presence of something that doesn't communicate life. Thusly, you'll create space for new, open doors and real development to enter your life both financially and by mirrors assume a major part in the energy of a room. But when they are broken or poorly positioned in the room, they can lead to major enthusiastic problems. A broken mirror isn't just seen as a horrible sign in many civilizations, it also reflects and copies divided energy, which can negatively affect your money and, generally speaking, success. Look at the mirrors in your room to see if any are broken or positioned to reflect the bed or the door. While those mirroring the bed can disturb your rest and channel, broken mirrors dissipate energy violently. Your basic one could find great open doors by facing the entrance from a mirror. Out of your space, skip anything keeping success from finding comfort. Remove any broken mirrors right away and review the other's arrangement. By altering this element in your room, you will create a climate that reflects and draws in flourishing as opposed to scattering it. This will help to enhance good energy and grow the sensation of room, adding to an air of overflow. Another article you should really cut out is anything connected with negative memories. Usually we organize demonstrations to remember difficult minutes or connections that completed reasoning is harmless souvenirs. Nevertheless, these objects carry great weighty energy and can more negative encounters in your most private space, so hindering the progress of new and good energies. A released from the beyond shadows other than a broken, enriching thing. It addresses stagnation and the inclination that time isn't based on your side in conditions of success. Room is not and room is not more open. Door simping clocks, failed relies are forward and are lacking in concession above it to a less and sediment of the stock that you will be open advance or ships dependent at in a climate with Halibut, absolute distance and loss or slowly light on a close because good enough when checks for metal what immediately for room and figures by a minute. A success by matching up your circumstance with the right progression of time. You'll be adjusting your life, the cadence of overflow and the cadence of urban adjust your minute including in achieving inclusion. It's surely not life. Things or conclusion yet condition release connected with additions or unfortunate behavior patterns. These things occupy actual room, as well as convey a pessimistic energy that can undermine your endeavors for a better and more prosperous life. Consider carefully, do you have void cigarette packs, liquor bottles, cheap food holders, or whatever other item that addresses a propensity you're attempting to conquer? These things go about as anchors, keeping you attached to ways of behaving that never again serve your own and financial development. Each time you see them, even inadvertently, you build up these pessimistic examples to you. By removing these real updates from your room, you show self-esteem and a major step toward a more fit and rich life. You are saying you want to stop doing destructive things and consider fresh learning opportunities. Replace these items with something like a beautiful water bottle that addresses your health and wellness goals. A moving book or a solid plant. This will not only transform the energy of your room, but also help your excursion to a more good and plentiful life. Now that we have removed the objects that block flourishing, now is the perfect time to change your room into a genuine magnet for overflow. Every small adjustment, you make advances toward another master's degree. Rich and happy life starts showing elements with great energy, such jewels. For example, clear quartz is said to magnify good energies. A citrine is many times referred to as the stone of overflow. Put them on a bedside table or near your bed. Furthermore, basic are live plants, which also represent development and imperativeness and help to clean the air. Choose lucky bamboo or jade plants, which are well known for their beneficial qualities, given great thought as solid plants reflect and attract. Thriving into your life, the diversity in your room also play a major role in attracting overflow. Combined tones of green to address development, and gold, which stands for wealth and success. You can accomplish this with embellishment on items like craftsmanship or pad draperies. Cleaning a week after week is not only about removing dust, but also about clearing stale energies. Thus, the importance of tiredness and association of your space is comparable. Imagine that as you, or Openaya for creating air new open doors, and favors in your daily life a coordinated room, a coordinated psyche ready to get and jump all over the chances the universe offers to vivaciously re-energize your room. Consider procedures like sage smearing or using natural-based energy purging showers, roots routinely open the windows to let outside air flow through. Bringing fresh, lively vitality, add items that inspire you and assist you to recall your goals to live in your area. Strong daily tokens of your needs can be a dream load filled with your fantasies described or images of happy minutes. These training courses help your subliminal perception and jumping over opportunities aligned with your goals. Join this with daily certifications for good. Say things like I am a magnet for success or abundant open doors first thing in the morning to start your day. One more essential component for drawing in success prior to nodding off, pause for a minute to intellectually or truly list 3 things you're thankful for. These confirmations build your confidence in overflow and assist with maintaining your emphasis on the good parts of life appreciation. High drawing in much more useful things into your life. Practicing a brief reflection zeroed on overflow can likewise be quite helpful. Imagine yourself changing your actual space and embracing these psychological techniques surrounded by a brilliant light of flourishing inclination, totally settled and certain on your way to progress. Remember the impact of these small adjustments. They immediately affect your own energy, which shapes your perspective. Consequently, you are creating a climate that looks rich as well as efficiently attracts development and happiness. Now is the appropriate moment to take action. Not hang on until tomorrow to start this transformation when this video ends. Choose one of the 9 items on the rundown and begin cleaning your room right now. Perform one of the perception or certify rehearsals we looked at and see how you feel. Recall you have the right to carry on with an existence of overflow and flourishing, and your room is the beginning stage for this unbelievable excursion. Establish stock in your prospective agreement with your space and observation how unexpectedly gifted the universe responds. Your trip to a prosperous life is simply starting, and I am here to help you constantly. See you in the following video. Thank you for watching until the end. On the off chance that this content was useful to you, remember to buy into the feed and turn on warnings for additional recordings like this.